Coming to you live from the It's Funny Studios, I'm Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And this is the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Here we are, middle of May. How is everybody doing?
Just rolling along. We're in
along.
the middle of May. It's hard to believe.
I wish you could see the smiling faces that are around this table right now.
Smiling faces.
All right. Well, we have got a busy show. I'm going to kind of give us a rundown and we will start in. I got a couple things off the top. Greg's got a couple things. Mike doesn't think he does, but who knows? He may have something pop in his head he wants to rant about. We have a couple Would You Rathers. A horror story from a hotel. And then I got a couple things here where we got some AI stories pop up, or some things that have come up with AI, not necessarily just stories. And then a woman with a horrible Tinder date. Her first date, and it goes horribly wrong. About as bad as you could probably get on a first date, I would say.
It's bad.
It was bad. All right. So, I guess I'll just jump right in.
Yeah, jump in. The water's nice.
Well,
there's a warm spot over here. I'm not sure.
I peed over that spot. That's why I'm over here now. The other day, I was at lunch at Arby's. Actually, Greg and I went to Arby's, and they had a 2 for $7.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, we got off at work, and I was actually at the shop.
I kind of forgot about this.
So then we went to Arby's, and they had 2 for $7 beef and cheddars. I said, well, I'll just buy 2 sandwiches, and we'll split it. I said, okay. So I said, yeah, I'm going to do the 2 for $7 beef and cheddar. She goes, okay, that'll be $7.51 or whatever. I said, okay. I took out my card, and I put it in, hit the button. And she was standing there for a minute, and she turned around, looked at somebody, and then she turned around and said, oh, wait a minute. And I saw it say authorized, approved. I said, well, it's already, you've got my money, so what's going on?
It's stored.
She goes, well, we lost electricity last night, and we're out of roast beef. I'm like, I said, she goes, well, we have chicken. I said, I don't want chicken. I said, I'll just get my money back. I'll just.
Yeah, put it back on the card.
Okay.
Not
well.
good.
I can't do that. Let me see if I can get a hold of the manager. She turned and said, hey, we need to get the money. He ordered beef and cheddar. We need his money back. And no one said anything. She kind of stood there for a minute, and I'm looking. I'm like, I look at Greg like, I don't know what's
going on.
I don't know what's happening. And so she kind of just stood for a few more minutes, and then she turned around, and the manager said something. I couldn't hear what they were saying.
No.
And so she turned back around, and I said, well, am I going to get my money, or what's going on? She goes, no, we're getting you the beef and cheddar. I was like, what? She goes, yeah, we found some roast beef. Within the 30 seconds that you told me you had no roast beef.
Where was this?
And now you found it? We were sweeping up behind the bin here, and we found some behind the toaster. A minute ago, you told me, oh, no, I have no roast beef. I want my money back. Oh, I found some roast beef.
We found some.
So
from our secret stash.
I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll just go with the roast beef.
The beef and cheddar.
The good cheddar. Yeah.
We ate them. They were fine. They were
I didn't get sick.
sandwich, but I'm like,
Yet.
what happened? What happened in that, 60 seconds that I don't have it? Oh, no, I've got it. And it wasn't like, no, we're out of a roast beef is a big piece of meat. You have no roast beef? And it was lunchtime. There was a lot of people in there buying me.
But then suddenly they do.
That's what I'm most.
It's magic.
That's what I'm curious about is if it's obviously you're not the first customers they've served throughout the day. If they didn't have any roast beef, how did that slip her mind like at lunchtime in the middle of
the night? How to slip her mind enough to ring it up.
Right.
And then to suddenly realize they have
some. Yeah, I don't know. That whole thing is, I don't think I would have eaten that.
I didn't want to, but it was going to be.
Look, nobody wants the extra roast beef.
Right, nobody.
The leftover roast
what's
beef.
What's the found roast beef?
Well,
was in the lost and found box back here with the mitten and a flip flop. I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, I just picture that the gal in the back opened that oven door where they store all those individual. Oh, we still got one in here. Yeah. Okay, we got roast beef. I think it's from yesterday, but we still got it.
Yeah, we got a couple beef and cheddars from Sunday. It's Tuesday now.
That was so weird.
That was.
I forgot
weird.
about that.
All right. The other thing I have, and I sent you guys a picture. I don't know if it went through or not, but
I just saw it.
Yeah. I saw this is a job, one ad for a job. It was actually on like a sign that somebody had put out just next to Aldi's. Like you'd see a yard sale or something. All it says, have a ladder, $2,000 to $3,000 weekly, full-time and part-time available. And that's it. I have no idea what I just was like, what does this mean? I do have a ladder.
I have a ladder.
I have a
I would
ladder.
like my ladder to, no, I'm not going to be greedy. My ladder will just work part-time for $2,000. So I'll let you work. My ladder will work from 8 to noon, 5 days a week, and you just give me $2,000. That's fine. I've got a couple ladders. I maybe could give you both of them some part-time work.
Well,
Now,
it
my
says-
ladder is going to want to cut, so I'm not going to get that full amount.
Well, if I bring the extension ladder, will it make more? Will it be closer to the 3,000?
Well, you're afraid of heights, so you probably have like a little step stool. It's
Well,
only going to
I've
get
got one of
$500.
those too. I got one of those too.
Here's my ladder. Like,
But it says text join LF to 52345. What is that? Join ladder fans? Or-
maybe. You're scrolling through the internet one day with only ladders pop. That's my ladder! Oh my God!
Hey, it made 3,000.
Whoa.
That's when you know at that point the internet was a mistake. If you ever come across
I'm
an
there
older
with
ladder,
Well, yeah, I have too. But so yeah, I don't know. I came across that sign. I don't know what it's for, but no other information. I don't know what you're doing.
I might text that though and tell them I've
You
got a
might.
ladder.
I've got a couple.
Yeah. I've got three. I've got the little one you were talking about. I've got a 6-foot step and I've got the extension ladder. So
You
I can
maybe
put
get-
all three to work.
Yeah, you can maybe get.
I'm a ladder
4,000 to
trafficker.
6,000.
You're trafficking ladders.
You're a ladder pimp. Pimping out all those ladders and getting your money. Oh, you go to pay pay the ladder. I'm just a subcontractor.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I had. So
All right.
that'll
Well,
wrap up my.
I
Job
got a
site
couple.
supervisor.
I got a couple of things. We were on vacation week before last.
Not
And
Greg and I, or
not-
Greg
none
and
of
Mike.
us
It was-
together. Lori and I were on vacation, and as you go into Tennessee and Alabama and Florida, they always have these welcome centers, and it's like, come and get a free orange, see the alligators, all these. I noticed Illinois does not have one. They've got good riddance sign or centers. They're
Well,
congratulating you on leaving the state.
I think
It's
the traffic in and out of Illinois is one way.
yeah, it says
I think they
congrats.
tax you on the way out. Some guy in a 3-piece suit who's a politician comes out, hits you on the head, grabs your wallet, and takes a third of what's in there.
Yeah, it says congrats, you're leaving Illinois. That's what our centers are.
You made it. You made it out.
You're not across the border yet, though.
No, you are not.
So, anyways, these other places just have nice travel centers welcoming
They
you
do. They
to their
do.
state. Yeah, Illinois. It's got a picture of our governor behind bars, and
The one down in Kentucky is really nice. I don't know if you've ever stopped there. It looks
I
like
have not stopped.
like an old, I don't know. You think of the song "Old Kentucky Home"? It's this big, huge white house with like columns on it. It looks like you'd see like a horse farm or something. You pull in there. It's kind of
Yeah.
neat. Yeah,
and Alabama's got the big rocket.
they do have the big
you know,
rocket.
that you can stop and look at the rocket. Although it was under construction this time, so they
Is it getting ready to take off? The rocket? What-
Maybe. Maybe they're
I
putting
thought
an
that
engine.
rocket was inactive. I didn't know they were working on it.
I think Elon Musk bought it and put an engine in it.
Well, he blew one up. I need another rocket.
Yeah, that Saturn V sitting down there. And in Florida, of course, they got little gators and oranges and whatever, you want to see. But yeah, Illinois, you might get corn. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Stop and get a free ear of corn.
Yeah. And then when we were in Florida, there was a gift shop and there was a sign on the side of it that said free gift for Burger King customers. And there was not a Burger King anywhere around. It's like,
What gift would you get for being a Burger King customer?
I don't know.
And why does that gift shop want to
Reward.
reward you for being a Burger King? Maybe they're like, listen, if you went to Burger King, I get it. You've had a bad day.
So we're going to give
Things
you
are rough.
a free gift.
You were probably assaulted by the king. So come on in. You can cry. We got a shower.
Yeah, I don't know what it was
Stop
for.
in the corner.
So that was kind of interesting. And then the last thing is we're getting ready to head home, and I've been trying to kind of cut back on soda and watch my diet a little bit. But I said I want a road soda, so I pulled into Thornton's to get gas. And
is the road soda similar to a shower beer?
It would be similar
in concept.
Yeah.
Do sodas taste better for you on road trips?
Oh, for sure. They do. There's something about a road soda. 32-ounce styrofoam cup or 44-ounce styrofoam cup. I don't care. I'm not picky. But just a good road soda to have.
Well,
and
if you're going on a long
forever.
trip, you got to get the 44-ouncer.
Yeah, and it's styrofoam, so it'll last
it's also
forever.
a porta potty later on. I mean,
it could be.
It's multi-use.
It could be. So we're at Thornton's. I put gas in the car, and I told Lori, I said, I'm going to go in and grab a soda for the trip. So I go in, and on the front of the building, over here on the left, there's a sign that says, I don't know what Thornton's Big Pop is called or something like that, but it said 89 cents. And then there's another sign over here. It's got a picture of the big soda with a hot dog, and it said value meal or what, something for $2 or whatever.
And you turned to Laura and said, I want that hot dog.
So as I'm walking in, I'm noticing, I see those two signs, and I walk in, and I'm looking around, and it's like, I can't find any soda. And so I go up to the girl, I go, do you have fountain sodas? And she goes, no, we don't. And I'm like, you got signs. That's what you do. She goes, no, we don't have them. And I'm like, what gas station doesn't have fountain sodas?
I'm sorry. We're out. No.
It was no. It was not.
How are you
They
supposed
had
to get the
slushy
combo?
machines. They had coffee machines. No soda. No fountain soda.
Was it just out of order, or did they just not have
No, there was not one.
No, I thought you meant maybe it's like, it's out of order or whatever.
No, there was not one. It
just doesn't exist.
It was just gone.
Well,
and
then,
she was
you
like,
need to
matter
take
of
that
fact,
sign
no.
out of your window.
That
Yeah,
is
there
false
were two
advertising.
signs. One said strictly the soda.
You will be hearing from my lawyer.
That's right. My soda attorney. But it's like, how can you got signs? How can you not have
Get Mark
the
Garagos,
fountains?
put him on retainer.
Yeah.
Get my soda. Suing you for 89 cents plus damage.
Class action. I'm
The
going to get a whole
hammer.
bunch of people to go in on it.
There you go.
So anyways, that was all I had. So then I had to go traipsing around and we were actually in Lexington at the time. So I had to traipse around Lexington trying to find another place to get a road soda. So, yeah.
Find some guy with a still or something, get a little jug.
No, I found another gas station. It was funny because I found another gas station.
See, you were in Lexington. Did you go see Cocaine Bear?
Well, no, we didn't have time. We were strictly there to have
We
lunch
don't
with
have
my
time.
son.
That is like the first thing. We do that, and then if we have time, we'll get anything else.
Oh, lunch with my son.
Sorry.
Or the Cocaine Bear.
Sorry, Nick. You could have ate where the Cocaine Bear's at.
Yeah, we didn't.
You could have went to Burger King and went and saw the Cocaine Bear.
Maybe got a free gift at the gift
Maybe.
store somewhere. That was in Florida, though, so I don't know. But yeah, we found another gas station. It's funny, too. Found another gas station, and Lori got a coffee, and we could not get that lid on the coffee to save our lives. It's like you push, and one side would pop up, and you push on the other side. Then you feel like the whole glass is going to collapse because you're pushing too hard on it. We take it up to the clerk, give it to her, say, can you put the lid on this?
Have you come across, this is changing the subject, well,
No,
with lids,
Yeah.
have you come across, I've seen this at a couple McDonald's, the strawless lids now. There's still, you can get a straw, but the lids, it's like a big sippy cup lid. You snap it on, it's got a big lip that comes up like a sippy cup. And you push in. And it's like, well, it's that way, they're wanting to get away from straws. I'm like, no.
Starbucks are kind of like that.
Well, here's the thing. If you put a straw in it, the straw, it's not in the center. It's on the edge.
Yeah.
So it's weird. You're trying to drink. It's like, what?
Yeah, you're
This is
throwing me out of
terrible.
whack.
I don't want a sippy cup. I'm not like a giant baby here in my truck.
It's got a teddy bear picture on the side.
Well, McDonald's does treat their customers like child. So.
They treat us like
children.
crap. So we
Well, they
spit that.
hire children too. That's a story for next week or
That
so.
is a story for next week.
So
So I didn't mean to. I'm not trying to derail.
no,
this here,
that's
but
all I had. Just it was very frustrating.
It is very frustrating, and it is funny. I don't know. One of the things I do like to do. I don't have any examples, so this is kind of a poor thing to bring up. But when you're driving, I like to hit the. I'll listen to podcasts or
I do too.
Pandora or something. But every once in a while, I'll just go to the radio.
You listen to this podcast, right?
On loop.
Yeah.
But
We actually did listen to a couple episodes.
But
Those guys were funny.
yeah.
Oh, were those the AI written episodes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I do like listening to like local terrestrial radio.
Yeah.
And you'll hear some of the ads, some of the commercials that they put out there. They had this one down in Mississippi when we drove down there. And it was like these two little kids and they're talking. And I'm like, what are they saying? They had a real Southern accent. And it was something about, yeah, I like Mama Justice. And I'm like, what is Mama Justice? And we started seeing these billboards. If you have a problem, call Mama Justice. And she was like a lawyer. She get your money, but it was like these kids. We listened to the commercial again, and this one kid said, Johnny, what do you do if you got hurt? I'd call Mama Justice. I'm like, what has happened to these 4-year-olds that they got to get a lawyer?
Playground is rough, man.
It must be.
Why do I picture Mama Justice with a cigarette? And
I don't know.
Like, come on, sugar, we're going to get your money for your Polar Pop.
I'm going to get you a new Binky.
A new sippy cup from McDonald's.
That's right. Maybe an extra tooth or two. Oh my gosh. So anyway, that's all I had.
Okay.
So.
That's all I had too. So
Yeah. Mike, did you have anything you want to get off your chest?
Oh, sure. Why not?
you may as well jump
You guys
in.
talked me into it. So I haven't
You don't have to.
I haven't griped in a little bit, I guess. So what was this last weekend? We had a little family get together, I
Yes.
suppose.
Nice.
We were going to stop by the local Walmart, everyone's favorite shopping destination, pick up some alcoholic beverages to share with people.
Some adult pops.
Some,
Gotcha.
yes.
Very nice. That was a very kind thing of you to do too.
I was looking for the sippy cup ones, but I couldn't find those. So
Did they have a sign on the front showing the pictures of them?
So I had some picked out, and we go to the checkout, self-checkout, like no one's here, and there's like no one in the store. So we go up, got a couple things, scanned it through. So me and my wife are there, and I scan the alcohol, so the thing goes off. Assistance needed. And they come over.
Oh, they come over if you get cough syrup or if you.
Yeah, there's any litany of things.
Yeah,
that, they got to ring in. So she looks at me, give her my ID. I'm like, okay, great. So then she turns to my wife and she says, "Do you have yours?" And my wife, she didn't bring her purse in. She didn't bring it at all because she didn't think she would have to physically pay for anything because I had my wallet on me and I just pay. So she's like, "Well, I don't have it." It's like, "Oh, is it out in the car? You can just go run to the car and get it." She's like, "No, I don't have it." She's like, "Well, I can't let you buy this then." I'm like, "Excuse me."
You didn't say she's not buying it. I'm buying it.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I was like, "Why is that?" She's like, "Well, you need both people apparently, or your whole party supposedly needs."
What if you had
an
like
ID.
10 people in your group? Would everybody have to flash their ID?
Well, based on this interaction, I think so. Because we were not getting out of there until my wife.
Well, I think we have a
showed
new
her
live
ID.
pod segment coming. I think we'll take our equipment. We'll go to Walmart and watch it. We'll have Mike buy some
And
adult
we won't
beverages.
have our IDs.
We'll all be there. Our wives. We'll have everybody be with Mike. We'll just stand there behind him. He's got his one case. We'll see what happens.
Well, so I told my wife, I told the cashier, I was like, "Okay, we'll just leave then, and I'll just pay for it." She's like, "No, I can't let you do that." So it's
They
like,
won't let you leave?
There's no way.
You have to stay.
It's like, there's no way I'm leaving the store then with these drinks. She's like, "No." I was like,
And for the record,
what is that?
you are younger than your wife.
I am.
More insult to injury.
I know. I was like,
Did you tell her this is my wife?
well, I think that was kind of implied,
Yeah.
but I was just like,
Maybe she thought you were
Well,
going to take your wife home and get her drunk and take advantage of her.
yeah, I don't know what the Walmart police were wanting to do, but it's just like,
What was that? That lawyer, Mama June, or
Mama,
I'm
I
going
was
to call
gonna
Mama
say,
Justice.
You need Mama Justice.
I'm going to
call her up.
give her a ring.
Call her
here.
down from Mississippi. Listen, this happened to me.
Well, she's down there by the Walmart headquarters, and
Yeah,
they're in
Arkansas,
Arkansas.
yeah.
She can just drive over and take care of it.
I'm
This
sure
is
you've got
unjust.
some mental anguish,
Yeah,
embarrassment.
The suffering I feel every day.
pain and
is-
suffering. Yes,
Yeah.
I get that at Walmart whether I'm buying.
Oh yeah,
You've
that's
not been able to perform at your job, so you need disability now.
yeah, and and you know what the whole thing was at the end. After that, I'm just like, this is just dumb. So she did tell me a solution though to
Well,
help. calm
good.
my
At least she's
nerves.
helpful that way.
Yeah, she saw I was frustrated. She's like, if you really want some alcohol, We have 2 other liquor stores here in town. You've got to be kidding me.
He said, well, I do try to make it standard operating procedure to not come to Walmart if at all possible.
Yeah, be like, we're already running late at this point, and I just wanted to. Yeah, it's just so dumb.
Oh.
So, and then I was in a bad mood when I got there. It's just like, this is just stupid.
Well, it's very frustrating. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, I would have to. I don't know. I need to see your manager. What is the policy like?
well, I'm sure the 18-year-old
So if a 70-year-old
would,
guy come in here with his wife, they both have to have ID.
Apparently, or I was unjustly.
You
Or
were
my
profiled.
wife. My wife was profiled.
you were harassed.
You were profiled for some reason. We don't know why.
So now I think we're gonna have to do the while we're podcasting. There, we're gonna have to try this out. Maybe see if Greg doesn't bring his ID and he goes to buy some alcohol with, or if I go to buy some alcohol and Greg's with me and he doesn't have his ID.
We got to do that.
We're gonna
and
have
if
to
they
test
don't,
this out.
if they ring it up, you say, "I demand that you see his ID." How do you know I'm not trying to take advantage of him and get him drunk?
He's making me buy this for him.
That's right. He's only 14.
He's got a gray beard. I can't help it.
Yeah. So word to the wise: buy your alcohol somewhere other than Walmart.
Or don't go with your wife. You got to go by yourself. Hide it. It's like you're an alcoholic now. I got to go in by myself. Sneak in,
Stupid.
buy it, put it under your trench coat, and get it out of the car real quick.
You ought to borrow one of the grandkids and take them through there with you. Probably they'll let you through
Yeah.
then.
Probably. They'll stop a little kid.
Yeah.
Some 3-year-old. Excuse me.
I need your ID.
I need your ID. Just
Caden
dumb.
whips it out. Here you go.
I like what Greg said. I said, if you'd have just went in and stole a bunch of stuff and pushed it out of the car, they wouldn't have touched it. They wouldn't have done a thing. You could have just pushed it right out, put it in your car, and left.
Yeah.
Won't even call the
Because
cops.
they don't stop any of that.
No.
Yeah.
As long as it's under $995 or whatever.
Well, you put it that way, I can buy like half the alcohol
Yeah,
section.
just go and
At
load
that
it
point.
up, put it in your truck. Unless you had your wife with you, which
Oh,
they
they'd probably
would
stop
you
me.
dead.
Yeah, they might have one.
Call
on
the
ID.
cops now.
Yeah.
She doesn't have an ID. Stop her.
I have to fly solo on that one.
You have your ID. If you do, you can go ahead and take that stuff on out.
Good, just checking. Thank you. Thank you for your ID.
Oh,
It's
right.
stupid.
Yes, it is.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Well, let's go on. A couple would you rathers.
Oof.
Yeah, it's all right. This first one is not going to be good. So,
They never.
would you rather for 30 days have to wear someone else's dirty underwear? So they
Oh,
take them
this
off
is
and you
just
got to just
bad.
put them on, or use someone else's toothbrush. You can't. So when they get done, they just hand it to you. You can't. It's not like you can rinse it out and put new toothpaste on it. You just got.
Are we talking a stranger?
Yeah, stranger.
I'm sorry, I forgot my ID. I can't participate in this. Would you
So,
rather?
are you going with someone else's? This is for 30 days.
It's disgusting.
Someone else's underwear or someone else's toothbrush?
The whole premise of this question is just revolting.
I'm struggling because when this one popped up when I was looking for one, I was like, ugh, I don't. It's difficult.
I've got my pick.
I've got mine, but it's disgusting. So,
Well, it's going to be disgusting either way.
Go ahead, Ed. And if you got yours, Greg, fire away.
I'm going with the undies. I can't.
The whitey tidies. Well, they
Yeah,
were whitey. Now not so whitey.
Well, are we
Why don't you
talking?
pick 'em
Are
up?
these men's undies?
Whatever floats your boat. I mean, if you want ladies undies, I
Well,
guess
I
you
didn't think I had any choice in this. I thought these are predetermined undies that I got to wear.
I didn't think that far ahead, so let's make a choice. So, is it going to be a man or woman, or is it just like we spin the wheel and whatever comes up? Like you,
No, I'm going man. I'm going like you're working in the field or something.
yeah,
like all
you're a
day.
construction guy.
Yeah.
You're out pouring concrete for 12 hours a day, and you come home.
In the hot sun.
I still got to go with the undies.
He's been eating
I
tacos
can't-
and hitting the porta potty.
I can't grab somebody else's toothbrush because the same goes for the toothbrush. There.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
You got somebody that's
Yeah.
been
Oh, yeah. You
eating
don't-
liver.
And you
and-
don't get to put fresh stuff on it. You just got to go.
Yeah, it's just a straight out of the. They just finished with it.
Okay. Well,
I get no mouthwash.
I went the same direction. I said, as much as it's disgusting, I feel like Kramer. My boys need a home. You don't mix that kind of stuff around, but still,
No.
I'm not putting underwear in my mouth. So it's gross. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But I still got to go with the underwear. I can't do the toothbrush. I can't. I won't.
No, I won't either.
All right, Mike.
Well, the thought crossed in my mind. I was kind of close to taking the toothbrush, but I think I'm waffling. I think at the end of the day, I'd probably have to go with the underwear too.
What if I said that the toothbrush it had a lot of toothpaste on it, so you could still
salvage some toothpaste?
It's still used. It was in their mouth, all foamy, and they get it out and hand it to you. Would that make a difference?
Well, you're not rinsing it off.
No,
right?
no rinsing.
See, that's yeah.
Yeah, that's a stranger too.
Because if you did that, it's like, well, then I'm going to throw the underwear under the sink for a few minutes too and wring them out.
Yeah,
I can't. Yeah.
So it's
we're all three in whitey
these.
tidies or dingy grays or whatever they're going to be.
Racing stripes.
And I will say, like,
yeah, it's bad.
For me, it's pretty close. Like I'm like 55-45. Like to me, they're both equally. They're pretty close. Equally as bad. I don't want either.
Me too. And it was the underwear. Like if it was socks or something like or jeans, like whatever. It's that intimacy of the underwear.
Yes,
like,
it is.
The original one just made it sound like for the day. I was like, well, that's too easy. No, I got to say a month of it. You got to go 30 days, I think, at least. You got to do
So you got to go 30 days with someone else's underwear and not wash them for the 30 days.
Well, you know what? You know what? I'm going to change I'm changing my pick. I'm doing it. I'm going to waffle. I'm going toothbrush.
Oh, man.
I'm doing it.
Switched.
I talked myself out of the underwear. That's disgusting.
Good luck with that toothbrush.
Well,
you know what? If I do the toothbrush, I do it 2 times a day, and I'm done for that day.
True.
I don't want to sit in the The thing is, I don't want to sit in that underwear all day. Right?
People can walk up to talk to you and be like, "Oh man, you reek." It's like, it's not me. It's my underwear. Well, that didn't help. Well, it's not my underwear. It's some other. Oh, you're wearing somebody else's underwear? Like, I can't get out of this now. I got to shut up. I'm making this way worse. I should have just thought I had BO.
Yeah.
I got bad odor.
Yeah, I'm actually switching that.
All right.
I'm going toothbrush.
Mike's going toothbrush.
Right, Mike's
Greg and I are
waffled
sticking
over
with
to the
underwear.
toothbrushes.
I'm with Greg. I've just made it like I can't put that toothbrush in my mouth.
I'd rather just go the 4 minutes or whatever I got to brush a day, as opposed to sit in the dirty underwear all day for a month.
Yeah,
I feel like it'll be ripping a Band-Aid off, whereas I'll have to linger in the stink. The underwear.
There's a lot of bad. I'm not arguing with you. There's a lot of bad to that.
Yes, there is a lot of bad.
Mine's just more of my germophobic ways that it's going to be hard with the underwear too. At the end of that 30 days, I'm going to be in like a 3-day shower. I can't get clean enough.
I wonder if they'll share the king shower.
Maybe.
See, I feel like once I put the undies on, it's like out of sight, out of mind. Because I'm getting it out of my head.
I don't think it's going to be out of your head though.
I don't know. My brain rolls around pretty quick. So
maybe. All right. So 2 underwears, one toothbrush. All right. The other one I got. Would you rather never be able to lie? So no matter what, your wife asks you, whatever, you got to tell the truth, or you believe anything that anybody tells you. So you can't ever lie ever, or no matter what somebody tells you, you're just like, yep. All right. That's where I believe it. I'm 100% in.
And say, I got my answer. I'm going with I'm not going to lie. And I'm not going to lie about
lying.
That. No, I'm not lying about it. I'm going with that.
Right.
I guess I just don't want to be completely ignorant, blissfully ignorant maybe, or just dumb enough to believe what people tell me.
Yeah.
That's my kind of thought on that. I mean, I don't really lie anyway as it is, so I don't feel like I'm changing any behavior with going with that one.
Good.
So no, Courtney's never asked you about like a piece of clothing if it like.
Well, I didn't do the dirty underwear. So
No. Like
does this clothing make me look a certain way, or do you like my hairstyle, or did you like our supper? You just got to be brutally honest.
So be it.
I like it. Conviction. I like that.
I'm going with the lying too. I mean, it doesn't benefit me to believe everything somebody says. I mean, so I don't know. I feel like it's pretty easy.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was going to be harder as well, but I did the same thing. Never lied for the same reason. I don't lie now, really. I don't think. I mean,
I lie down to go to bed or sleep.
I mean, I probably have stretched the truth on something throughout time, but
white lie.
But like you, I don't want to just every time somebody says something, just be so gullible. You're like, oh, okay,
okay,
there we go.
That's what they want you to do right now. But
all right, well that's it. Then.
That one was an easier one.
That was an easy one.
First one was tough.
I still feel dirty from that first question.
I'd like to tell you that we're going to move into something to help that, but it's going to get dirtier. So, found this. You may have heard this. This has been on the news. I heard about it a few days ago, and so I bookmarked it, and then I started hearing about it now the last couple of days. A guy was in Nashville, staying over there, went to Hilton, checked in, going to spend the night, doing some work
Hilton,
there.
usually pretty nice.
Yeah, very nice. Says Peter Brennan was soundly sleeping in his room at the Hilton downtown Nashville hotel when he woke up to a man sucking his toes.
I wasn't sure where that was going.
So according to Brennan and the police, the man was 52-year-old David Neal, the manager of the hotel.
Holy, that's who was sucking the guy's toes?
Yes.
Freaking weirdo.
The manager?
The manager. Says, I was in Nashville for a work conference. I woke up to a gentleman, an employee of Hilton, assaulting me. I instantly jumped up screaming, went into sort of fact-finding mode. Who are you? Why are you in my room? What are you doing? I could see he was wearing a uniform, had his name tag on.
Sheesh.
He was talking to me, but not giving me substantive answer. Well, I don't think he could give you an answer at that point. I mean, it's just what thing
toes
say?
On his mouth. I don't. Was he biting the nails while he was down
I don't
there?
know. Police have charged Neal with aggravated burglary and assault. I don't know why burglary, but
he's lucky the guy wasn't concealed carry.
Yeah. He said, "I'm sorry, but well, this is all alleged before a conviction. This guy, and if you look at the guy, he looks like somebody who would suck your toes." So that's just my own opinion.
I'm picturing the guy's spare time. He wears T-shirts that got a picture of feet on them and stuff.
Yeah. Brennan says now he doesn't feel safe even in his own home after the incident.
I wouldn't either. I don't feel like he just bounced back from that.
So this is why I'm like, how did the manager? How did he pick this guy? Does he go to the pool?
He was checking him out when he came in.
I like that guy's feet.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy's got some nice toes.
Look at that big toe.
I'd love to suck that toe when he goes to bed. That's disgusting. This little piggy went into my mouth.
Oh. This one went wee wee wee.
Maybe you should have told the guy, well, you're a Hilton Plus member. This is part of the...
This is the reward.
We didn't have the complimentary water bottle, so I thought I would upgrade you to a toe sucking.
That's so gross.
We didn't have continental breakfast either, so, Oh.
Gosh.
All right, so
I wonder if the guy put that in the reviews for the hotel. Yeah. Why do I only got 1 star on this one guy?
And it's got to be, I mean, when I stay at a hotel, I use the deadbolt. Sometimes I've even pushed like a chair over in front of the doors. I'm like, I don't trust anybody. Now, am I paranoid? Yes. Does that mean that everyone's out to get me? Maybe. Maybe they are.
But at least you don't wake up with your toes getting sucked.
That is very true.
I said, I'm more worried about, I'm usually worried more about like cockroaches or bed bugs. I would take those over.
Well, yeah, now I'm worried about this. I didn't know this was a possibility. I know something I had to worry about. Start looking up.
There's a new meaning to room service.
Yes, it does. So I got a question.
Do not disturb.
I got a couple questions first. Let's go. We're going to go 2 different directions with this.
Oh, we're not doing a would you rather.
Oh, yes, we are. Kind of. It says, how much money would it take for you to be the night manager? Let's say somebody says, I will give you X amount of dollars to break in and suck some guy's toes. but you can't tell anybody that. So you're going to get busted. It's going to be in the paper. Your wife's going to know. You can't say that you got paid money. How much money is it going to take?
Well, at some point, my wife's going to know about the money.
Maybe. Maybe she just leaves you. You're like, you're a freak. But how much money would it take for that to happen? I was trying to think about like
I can't pay me enough money.
See, I don't know that there's a dollar amount.
I'm not sucking a toe. I'm not sucking my own toe, let alone somebody else's.
A bag of like $5 million. I'd have to think about it. I hate toes. I hate toes and feet. But if somebody draws a bag
of clean feet,
there's no guarantee. And then you just got to pick a room, so you don't know who the guy is. I have no idea. Mike's really struggling with this one.
Disgusting.
Mike's like, I will wear dirty underwear for a year.
My stomach's starting to just feel weird.
I know how you feel about feet the same as me. This is a real struggle because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know that there's a dollar amount.
Okay. How long do you have to?
That's a fair question.
Well, you walk in like one quick.
I didn't even think about it.
It's like
that's a fair question.
I think you got to do it till the guy wakes up and starts screaming. So if he's a heavy sleeper,
I'm just going to bite his toe.
You may need some chapstick.
Yeah, just
I'm just going to bite the toe.
Some Gold Bond.
Then you can use the used toothbrush to brush your teeth afterwards.
All right, Greg, what's the dollar amount? See, the part that I thought with this, if I could tell my wife, but if I couldn't tell anybody, that'd be like, because your picture's going to be in the paper. You're the toe sucking guy. You can't say you're the guy. You were fired because you sucked some guy's toe. Like, oh, it would ruin your life.
So the dollar amount is going to have to be.
For me, it's going to have to be astronomical.
Yeah.
Some guys probably would pay to do this, but not me.
I'm going to have to say there's no amount because if I can't tell anybody the fact that I've all of a sudden got $5 million or whatever, but I've lost probably my wife, my
let me do
standing in community.
Let's say that you can tell your wife.
Okay. That makes it.
But no guarantees on what happens afterwards.
No, here's something different. What if we ask your wife how much? She may lowball it. Like
$5 grand. I'm thinking 5 million, 10 million,
She may have you sucking some guy's toes for $500. Like, hey.
Courtney would just do it. She'd be like, oh, just make him do it. I just want to watch him and laugh. She's like, I get a kick out of it. Like, oh,
thanks for that. No,
you can tell
it's got to be in the millions. I don't know, 2.5.
Holy cow.
Greg.
I don't know.
Greg, did you see your decimal place needs to move way over.
If it's in the millions,
I got it. My number was 10.
10?
10 million.
Your decimal place needs to move over too.
For $10 million. I think, and let's say let's
go 5. I'll go 5.
Let's say that's tax free. Nothing. I mean, you get 10 million. That's your money.
I'm going 5. I'll go 5.
The number in my head was like $125 million. And I'm not even joking.
But honestly, what is the 125 going to get you that the 5 or 10 doesn't
Dignity.
get you? I mean, on 5 to 10, I can retire. I can live however I want.
Peace of mind. He knows I held out for 125 million.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I am up there at that level.
I think he's got to compensate for, Courtney's going to make him do it for free to humiliate him. So he's got to really go the other way.
Well, and what's going to happen is I'm going to be so disgusted with myself.
Oh, so the counseling is going to cost him.
The dignity it's gone. It's going to be horrible.
I'm going to build some place that I'm just going to go live by myself.
Well, I got to have plastic surgery so I don't look like this anymore.
I'm never going to leave whatever building I dwell in after this. So that
no one's
number,
ever allowed to take their shoes off in my presence ever.
Yes. That number's got to be. I mean, I'm not just $2 million's like chump change for this. I'm not.
Well, I'm not it up to 5.
I'm not even lifting the sheet off the guy's feet for $2 million. I'm not even going to the room.
If you had a briefcase and there were $2 million in it right by his foot,
I'd lift the sheet for $2 million.
You'd be thinking about it. $2 million in cash sitting there in the briefcase.
So
Greg
next
to the
Greg
foot.
started with 2.5, and then he waffled. And he went to 5.
I waffled up to 5.
Said I started at 10. I was like 10 is the minimum, and that's a struggle. Mike went 125. Mike went big.
If I'm sucking a toe, I'm getting stuff out of it. Like I'm walking out of there where I'm never gonna have to ever do anything the rest of my life.
All right.
Ever.
Let's okay, so there we go. So let's come at it from a different side now. Let's say you go into a room and I say, I'm going to give you, how much money would it take for you to go into a room knowing that you might have your toes sucked? You might wake up to, would it be a 50-50? Like there's 2 rooms. One of those rooms the guy's going to go into. How much money would that take? $500? I said, I'm going to give you $500, but here's you could, no, you might not.
See,
but you could get awakened. You could get woke up with some guy sucking on your toes.
See, this number is going to be, this will be a lot lower for me because I'm not having
because he enjoys that.
Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. It's because my mouth will be on someone else's toes.
So 500? You do it for 500?
No, you're going to have to go higher than that.
Okay, what if I said 1 in 10? I've got 10 rooms. One of them
for 500
are getting their toes sucked for $500.
Yeah, with those odds, I'd be
10% chance.
Yeah, for 500.
1 out of 10. Yeah, I would do it for 500.
Okay, 1 out of 2.
That's got to go up from 500. Then
what's your number?
For me, I'd say like 5,000. Just throw another 0 on there. 50% chance odds. I'd take that.
I was going to just go like 1,500 because I'm not.
Because Greg's not opposed to it.
So no, it's a 1 out of 2.
He's kind of hoping he's the one.
It's a 50-50 chance I'm going to get the money. It's like you said, it's not doing it with your mouth on somebody's toes. So yes, I don't like it. I don't want it, but
see, I want 1,000. I'd like, if there's a 50-50 chance, I don't want to do this, but if I get $1,000 cash money, I'll take $1,000.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said, 1,500.
I'll take $1,000.
Yeah,
and my odds on 50-50.
Yeah.
So Mike went $5,000. Greg's at 15. I'm at 1,000. I was surprised. I thought I would be the higher one than. Yeah, I had toes and feet. Black.
Yeah, I'll take the 500, but it's got to be at the 1 to 10 odds.
Oh, 1 to 10 for sure. $500.
Yeah.
Like, what are the odds? I mean,
are the lights going to be on or off?
The lights are off.
Does it make it better for you one way or another?
No, but visually to see.
Making eye contact.
Yeah.
Let's say at some point you're going to flip the lights on and you're going to look. You got your big toe in his mouth. You're not going to get that image out of your head.
No, I meant on where you're getting your toes sucked.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
You're going to look down and you're going to see him with your big toe in his mouth.
Yeah. I don't want any of it.
I'd almost rather just have the lights off the whole time
well, that's
so
what
I don't have
thinking.
To see it.
At least
sticking his tongue in between your toes.
It might be a dog licking my foot.
That's what you can. Yeah, that's what you're going to tell yourself.
Yeah.
I just dreamt that it was a guy. It really was a dog. It was my dog.
I don't know. That might be worse. Why are you dreaming about guys licking your toes?
Well, no, I would hope I'm not. But if it was a nightmare, I can't help that. All right. Anything else before we move out of there?
Let's move on.
Okay. I heard about this. We've been talking a lot about AI. There's been a lot of talk about AI. We? Well, or has AI been talking about it?
Maybe we haven't been talking about it.
But talking about the dangers, good or bad, will it ever become self-conscious? I don't believe it will, but I believe that you can program it to do all kinds of horrible stuff. Well, this is one of the worst things that I have heard.
Yeah.
A woman got a call saying that we've kidnapped your daughter and we want $1 million. And then her daughter started talking, saying, I'm scared. Something's going to happen. And kept repeating things. And they said it was her daughter's voice. She freaked out, called her husband, called her daughter, couldn't get a hold of her daughter because her daughter was at some kind of a practice. I don't remember, a dance practice or something.
No, she was skiing.
Oh, was that what it was?
Yeah.
Well, the husband took off and ran up there, found him. She was fine. But somebody used an AI generator, generated her voice, and was trying to get money from this woman.
I think the lid's off on this now. It's bad.
But it's like Pandora's box.
Yeah, I was going to say,
You can't
we've
put it
opened the
back in.
box. Yeah. Yeah.
But I thought that is horrible because you've heard of this before way back where people would call older people and say, hey, Grandma, it's your grandson. I need $5,000. My car broke down. And they go but now they've actually got your voice, what sounds like your voice, talking to them. And then this isn't in this article, but I had a podcast where they were talking about AI. And another one was they put some like TikToker or gamer woman's face on a porn. It wasn't her, but it looked like her, and it ruined it. Everybody thought it was her. They were posting it around. Like that's destroying.
Hasn't people been doing that with Microsoft Paint for?
Oh, I don't know, but this is like it looks real. I mean, so it really looks like, like Mike, we got this video of you, an ostrich, and
sucking on toes.
Sucking a guy's toes.
No, the ostrich one is on the Only Mike's page, but the sucking on toes, that's when you know
that was public.
Well,
yeah,
or
that's when you know it's AI.
Mike's like, well, that one was real, and he gets in his Lamborghini and leaves. Puts his head down. I'm not proud of myself, but they made me an offer I could not refuse.
I still got the 125 big ones.
That's right. Now I got to go to my private island and be in solitude.
Now, my one thing about this story that kind of bugged me is the mom was all upset about the, it being the daughter's voice. But her and the daughter's pictures are all over this story. It's like, she's 15. Why are you posting your daughter's pictures and names and everything else when you're that concerned about security?
True.
I mean, it's like multiple times in this story. There's pictures and videos of your daughter talking. There's, she's posing with ski poles.
Well, people don't think about that. I mean, when they post stuff on social media, no one ever thinks that it's going to be, used against them in something like that.
Yeah, well, it's in this New York Post story. The mom and daughter, like I said, just the mom, looking sultry at the camera. And it's like...
Right, and that's what I'm saying, is people don't think about that when they post stuff to social media.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then down at the bottom, they did have, I don't know if you read down there, but there was a TikToker and then another person who said they both received calls from a mysterious man demanding $1,000 so they'd kill. One said her sister and the other one said her mom. And they could hear the women crying in the background, and they paid the $1,000.
Yeah, I saw that.
End up being a scam. But they didn't know. They said it sounded like their loved one crying.
Yeah.
So, or what if they?
I'm just gonna get my AI police to talk to them while they're on the phone.
Yeah. But this was something though too, because it was like, what if they came up and they started saying like, oh well, we have this video of Doug making racist comments or telling off-color jokes or what, and it's not you, but it is you. You're going to have a hard time refuting it. You could lose your job. You could be destroyed. Mm-hmm. I mean,
it's a problem.
If depending on where you work, if you work for big corporations or government or in the military, and you're making, if somebody wants to ruin you, they could do it. Now, having said all that, I don't know what they're going to do about it. I mean, I don't know how you can police it because it's out there.
Well, you can't. That's the problem.
Yeah. Unless you make the penalties of if you can find them, people. That's the thing. You don't even know. They may not even be in this country. So,
yeah, it's going to be tough to find them.
But if you find them, you got to make the penalty so bad that there's no way that they're going to want to do it.
Yeah.
But, and staying kind of with the AI, this is a little more on the lighter side, though. I did see where Wendy's now has brought out an AI chatbot to do their order taking.
Oh, good.
Yeah. That's going to be
It's easy to find. I mean, you can tell it's AI because they're pleasant and they get your order right.
And it might not act. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe next time they'll be like, "Hey, Greg, last time you came in with you got a Frosty. Do you want another one?"
Yeah. It says they're based out of Dublin, Ohio, but it says they're automating their drive-through service using an artificial intelligence chatbot powered by natural language software developed by Google, and it's trained to understand a myriad ways that customers order off the menu. But what they said they've noticed is that it's really good that it's constantly trying to upsell you. So you're always like, would you like to make this a value meal? Would you like to supersize it? How about a Frosty?
Corporate AI.
That's right. But this is going to be a problem, I think, for it's going to take people's jobs. When they first came out, I was like, it's not really going to take that many people. It can take a lot of people's jobs.
Yes, it would.
Because there was just a online news, or was it BuzzFeed, who got rid of all of their reporters, or most of them? And then they said, well, we're not going to replace them with AI. But then it's like, well, AI is writing some article. Of course it is. Because they don't have to pay you. They just buy this application and that's it. It's a one-time purchase. They're done. Same way with Wendy's. I mean, AI is not going to take time off for, sick days or mental health day or vacation or anything else. It's always going to be there. It's always watching.
Yeah. And kind of on the topic of AI, I had seen a couple stories that I believe it was one of Microsoft or Google, one of the executives who was kind of one of the brainchild behind pushing all the AI innovation had stepped away. And I'll have to see if I can find that story. But he had stepped away and basically had warned, hey, this is not going to be good when everything's all said and done.
I would agree with that sentiment. I think there's way more downside than upside to it.
Yeah.
That is for sure. Well, if you want, while you're looking for that, I'll bring
go ahead.
This is kind of AI, but it's more on self-checkouts. And I actually have a story that happened to me. That's kind of, I'm sure you have too. But there's something now that's out there. It's called guilt tipping. And basically, it's tipping at a self-checkout. So you are doing the self-checkout, I guess, at airport, stadiums, cafes. You've seen them.
Oh, yeah.
Even here with restaurants and stuff, where it gets done and it pops up and says, oh, do you want to give 20% tip? Or the person behind the counter's got like a iPad, and then it gets to that point and they flip it around. Like, oh, you want to give me, I had this happen. I went to Steak and Shake. At Steak and Shake, I mean, I've talked about this before, but they have a kiosk now. You go up, you order that yourself. When you get done ordering, it says, here's your amount. Would you like to tip 20%? At that point, I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
I got to put my own order in. I got to go find my table. I have to get my own drink. And then they just bring my food and sit it on the counter. I got to go get my counter. And then I bust my table and throw stuff away.
Yeah, what did I tip? Well, you should tip me.
I should get 20% off of my meal for doing this crap. I don't know how that they do this. Also, this isn't tipping, but I noticed this at Walmart. The last couple times I went there, you go through the self-checkout, and it gets done. I had a woman ask me, it's like, when you get done there, can you make sure to take the survey? It says, how was your experience? What? Of shopping, coming up here, ringing this up myself and paying?
It was great. I did a great job.
I did a fantastic job. Your store sucks. It's like, again, I should get a discount for this. I shouldn't have to be paying full price to do all the work. Yeah. And I couldn't even get any alcohol. No.
Yeah. On top of that, yeah.
I'm sure Mike would give him a 5-star, but I digress. But no, I'm tired of all this. Service is getting worse, and yet you have more and more people wanting to have you add on a tip. Tip used to be for added service. What are you bringing that's making this experience better for me? Nothing. I'm doing more. I'm doing all the work. Pretty soon it'll be like, let me go unlock the truck or unload the truck, and I'll stock some shelves. Let me face some shelves while I'm walking around in here. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah. So did you find it, Mike?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's all I had with that.
So, his name, his nickname, actually, the Godfather of AI. I think it's Jeffrey Hinton is his name.
Oh, I think I read that.
So he was kind of behind some of this stuff. He helped, kind of build the quote unquote neural networking. So the computer systems that learn from the data and experience, at the heart of AI. So basically he helped kind of place and build this infrastructure. And now some of that is even, they mention like Chat GPT, which is one of the more popular ones that people interact with.
Who makes Chat GPT? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I did know, but I can't think what the company's called.
It's not Microsoft, right? I don't think that one is.
Think so.
That one might be Bing, maybe. But
they might have bought it. I'm not sure.
I'll say at least with what Jeffrey Hinton was saying is that the advancements in AI it's basically outpacing what expectations were for it, and that it's kind of become a runaway train. And that, hey, just like what Doug had said earlier, we've kind of opened this box now. And so when the people who make the thing come out and say, hey, this is not good for us. This is something we probably taken this a little too far. When the people who made it start to come out and say that, it's like, yeah, that's when you know basically we screwed the pooch on this one.
Yeah.
It's one you can't turn back from.
No.
Yeah, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. All of those sayings, none of them.
Yeah.
So was that all you had? Or
Kind of back to the Wendy's story. I did like too. They were talking to, I don't know if it was a CEO, I think, and it says it will be very conversational. Mr. Pingor said about the new artificial intelligent powered chatbots. You won't know you're talking to anybody but an employee. The fact that it's conversational will let me know it's not an employee.
Yeah. Very true.
And all it has to do is ask you, how are you?
And it's always pleasant. Yep,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
McDonald's kind of has that, the AI greeting.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Would you like to try?
Will you be using your app today?
Yeah. No, thank you. What do you want? Where's the nice woman I was just talking to? I would like her back.
Yeah. And who's going to put the cones out for the AI? One of the employees?
The robots.
Is that what they're going to? Or the robots, yeah.
The robots are coming.
The AI will tell the robot to go out and put a cone out.
They'll just be permanent.
Because the drive-thru is too busy.
They'll just pop up from the boop, boop, boop. They just install them. They just pop up.
Either that or they'll just be permanent.
Well, it'll be a cone one day, a trash can the next day, a chair the next day. What will today's drive-thru block be? Sawhorse. Yay.
All right. You got anything else?
No, the fact that he said it's conversational will let me know that that's not an employee.
Yeah. How are you, Greg?
Oh, yeah.
I'm fine.
You're not speeding up the line. You're chatting too much.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
This thing's freaking me out, man.
And it said they're going to be programmed to upsell the customer as well.
Yeah. That's always the way it is. All right. So
what if you say no?
Well, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Your car just gets blown up right at the...
Why are you doing that, Greg?
Yeah.
You know you want the large shake.
You hurt my feelings,
No, I don't.
Greg.
You do. You want the large shake. Pretty soon you're like, I want the large shake.
Yeah.
Please give me the
Come home
large
with 3
shake.
biggie bags. Well, I don't know. It happened. I just wanted a drink. All right. A woman went on...
That's when the Wendy's AI is going to start. We've kidnapped your family, Greg.
That's right.
Simulate video
Yes.
of us.
We've got your wife right here.
Yeah.
She said get her a biggie bag and a Frosty. Greg, this is Lori. Get me a biggie bag and a Frosty. All right.
Please get it for
Please,
me.
please. I guess I got to get her a biggie bag and a Frosty.
Yeah. It was Wendy's all along.
It was. It's diabolical. They sucker you in with the little red-headed pigtail girl. That ain't her. It's just a mask. Take it off. It looks like the Terminator behind it.
Yeah.
Red eyes glowing. All right. Last thing, we have a woman had a Tinder date that ended up pretty bad first date. It said this woman was from Utah, and she met this guy, which it seemed like he had a lot of red flags just from what she was saying his Tinder profile was.
Yeah.
Okay. Said initially she connected with him online. He seemed very friendly, put together. Okay. Well, he identified himself as a SoundCloud rapper. All right. Right there.
There's clue number one.
I'm already out. That's a big red flag.
Because SoundCloud, anybody can put music out on SoundCloud.
Oh, not him.
I have music on SoundCloud. So
You're a SoundCloud keyboardist.
Yeah.
So she agreed to go out with him. And they went to the restaurant, and his demeanor changed. It said, the minute I met him in person, I could tell his whole personality changed. He seemed cocky, like he was too cool for school. Like, do people say that?
Yeah, that's
like
an old phrase.
saying.
How old are these people?
Yeah, with a wannabe rapper attitude. Well, he's a rapper from SoundCloud. You should have known that, all right? Said he wouldn't shut up about his stupid money or how cool he was or or his music. Okay. This is the line that I absolutely love. Said, and he tried playing his music in the middle of, Olive Garden. He took her to Olive Garden? Like, yeah, you got a lot of money. That's where all the big rappers go.
Yeah.
I remember you see Jay-Z pulling in the Olive Garden. Kanye. I don't know who the rappers are. I'm not a rapper.
Love the Red Sticks.
Eminem comes in. Hi. Oh, man.
The free breadsticks.
The free breadsticks.
Unlimited pasta
I
tonight.
told Lori I was a SoundCloud musician. I'd take her out to Olive Garden.
That's how you got her.
Yeah.
He said, I'm a SoundCloud musician. Ooh. So it said that she hesitated to sit down, but she went ahead and started going through the meal. She got up to use the bathroom. Said, I just needed to get away. So she got up, said, I need to use the restroom. So she went to the restroom. I realized that this wasn't the guy for me. I didn't want to be with him. So I went to the bathroom to come up with an excuse.
So she had her AI call him.
Yes. Well, she said she came back, and when she came up, she kind of came up from behind him, and she saw him looking at some girl's nudes on his phone, her nude pictures on his phone. Okay. Said I hesitated to sit down because I wanted to see how he'd react to getting those pictures. But instead of ignoring them, he liked all of them and sent emojis and sexted her. That's when,
In the middle of an Olive Garden.
first thing I thought was like,
date.
like, well, did he just take some nude pictures or what? Like,
That's what I was wondering.
hey, that guy's already got breadstick. That's not a breadstick. Oh my God. No. They said that's when he went to his camera gallery and had a vast save section of D pics. Said he selected one and then sent it. Said she said her date didn't even notice when she sat down. Then once he did, he tried to shut his phone off, but I saw everything. He tried to act cool, and he said that I'll get that D later.
Oh my God.
I got up, started
He's a
laughing,
loser.
and said I didn't say bye or pay for my food. I didn't even eat. That's how fast the date was. And she took off. One thing I thought too was and we're going from one side of the story, but let's say she came back, said he had a gallery of D pics. How many of these do you need? Do you have like one for every season? Or you're dressing it up?
Profiles and portraits and
Well, you want the best one, but just keep the best one, right? I mean, why first you don't take it. Women don't want that. I don't know why I don't know why they send them.
Is it like, yeah, I like the gallery aspect. It's like a realtor takes a lot of pictures for every angle of your house.
It's an album. I pictured it all in an album.
Yeah.
3D rotation. I mean,
Yeah.
Would you like to take the 3D tour? No, I would not.
please no.
That's the worst tour ever.
Yeah.
You scroll through. Oh, those are toe sucking pictures. Hang on.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Would you rather see toe? No. Mike's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to pick now.
I'm picking nothing.
Like, why would you have a whole gallery of, you know what? I did say, I spoke for all women because I said women don't want it. Maybe some women do. I can't imagine it. I don't get it. And I don't know why you need an entire gallery of this.
You got
Like
the
I said,
right lighting.
Well, you just do one or don't do any. That would be the best. But so like, does it go to glamour shots?
He used a ring light on
Need
this
some
one.
props.
Filters.
A little hat.
Yeah, filters.
This one, he looks like a little doggy.
Oh, jeez.
But, yeah. Listen, this gal should have known there was a problem from that profile straight up. I'm a SoundCloud rapper. And swipe left. Left? Is that what I don't know what.
I think
what.
I think so.
Sure.
I just, every day when I read stuff like this, I'm just more and more glad that I'm an old man and I don't date.
Yeah,
Because I can't do this.
I just made a note at the bottom of my paper said social media needs to go away.
It does.
The internet was a mistake.
Yeah.
We've
It was.
established that.
It's,
in
oh
this
my
episode.
goodness.
But that was all that popped up. No pun intended. I just said that and it just, yeah, in my feed. But, anyway, yeah. So ladies, dump these guys if they treat you like trash. And if he says he's a SoundCloud rapper, just don't even find the guy that's like, he's just being honest. Hey, listen, I work at Starbucks. Like, great. Boom. Let's go to Olive Garden. Because if you're really that great of a rapper with a lot of money, what are you doing taking me to Olive Garden? Like you said, unlimited breadsticks. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to get soup and salad, and you can have as much as you want. Just keep it coming. And breadsticks. And drinks. Refill, soda or tea.
Yeah.
Or water. But yeah, that's it. All right. Well, I got nothing else. You guys got anything else you need to wrap up?
Wrap it.
All right. Hey, thank you so much. This one is in the books. We are done. And there was much rejoicing.
Yay.
Thanks for listening to the show. We do hope you have a great week. Relax. Don't take things too serious. Don't get offended. Laugh once in a while. It's all right.
I'm offended by the toe sucking thing.
I'm pretty disgusted by that and the dirty underwear that we got to wear later on. But that's another story. So we hope you're tuning in 7 days. Have a great week. Until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.